I think, like everyone, I was skeptical when Disney announced a reboot. We can't call it that anymore. A reintroduction of Daredevil to the MCU. And I think for good reason. But man, this show looks so goddamn good. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't. And if you're new, check out the rest of the channel and let me know what you think. Now, let's dive into this trailer. I love the MCU. I always have. I will be the first to admit that it's been pretty bumpy the past few years, and I agree with a lot of the criticisms and just everything, all the negative reviews, all of that. I totally understand. I will not defend the bad aspects that have kind of erupted at the franchise, but I think seeing Deadpool and Wolverine earlier this year kind of reinvigorated my hope for this universe. It used to be where, like, you would go into one of these movies and your expectations would at least be met. You always knew that it was going to at least be pretty good film. You never had to worry about it bombing or just, like, being absolutely terrible. Those days are gone. Now, can we get those days back? Maybe. I think after Deadpool and Wolverine, I think we're headed in the right direction. That movie wasn't spectacular, but it was very entertaining, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. This show looks incredible, and I think me and everyone else on planet Earth was worried when Disney took over this character. Now, while not all of the Netflix Marvel series were great, all 3 seasons of Daredevil, I would say, were at least very good to great. Second season fell off a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. What those shows all did very well, and what they all had in common, brutal, visceral nature of their action and their storylines. And I think all of us were concerned that when Disney took over this character and possibly those other characters and try to integrate them into the existing MCU, that they would get Disneyfied and just be kind of just dumbed down a bit and not as real as they felt when they were with Netflix. And I think this trailer has kind of made those feelings subside. I mean, there are some shots in this trailer that are brutal, especially towards the end when Matt's just beating the piss out of those guys in that apartment. And going up against, I think it's Muse in that scene at the end. It looks great. The storyline is interesting. I mean, Kingpin's the mayor now. Him and Matt meet to kind of put their differences aside, so it seems like they're going to be working together at some point, which is interesting. There's all the OGs are coming back, it looks like. We get Foggy and Karen, which is great. I know they kind of rewrote this after fan outcry, which is good. I think this is one of those products where it's like, hey, you nailed it the first time, just keep going. Okay, you don't need to start over like you had it. Let's just do that again. And Frank Castle's back. I like that they're bringing the Punisher back. I hope. My one concern about this trailer is there's so many new characters. Like, well, not just new characters, but there's so many characters, and I believe this season is only 8 episodes. But so you have Punisher, you have Foggy and Karen, you have Kingpin. They're bringing Bullseye back, which I'm happy about, because his story was kind of left in a cliffhanger, and I want an actual Bullseye. I want the costume, everything. But then you have Muse as being added in, who's supposed to be the main antagonist, which I'm excited about him because he seems interesting. He's like this artistic killer who like mutilates his victims' bodies and makes artwork out of them, I think, and that's wild. I'd love to see that on screen. But then we also get the addition of White Tiger, who I assume is going to be a vigilante that maybe Daredevil comes to blows with. But there's just so many characters we have to focus on in this show, and I just feel like 8 episodes doesn't seem like it's enough. Outside of that, I think it looks great. The new Daredevil suit looks awesome. Muse's costume looks creepy and so good. I like Frank's beard. I know based on the set photos, he's probably not going to keep it. The show looks great. It's just everything about it. And I just love that they brought this whole cast back. I'm glad they didn't like recast anybody because, like I said, they nailed it the first go round. So yeah, I'm excited for it. This is probably one of my most anticipated shows coming up. Definitely probably my most anticipated Marvel project this year. I mean, we got Captain America coming out in a month, but I'm honestly not that excited for it. That movie's been through production hell, so I guess we'll see. But this show looks awesome. I'm no longer nervous for it. I'm excited for it, and I cannot wait to see it.